this feel like Game 7 of a road trip, or does this feel almost like like kind of a one-off trip?
Right. No, it doesn't. Really, once we got back, I think just getting home, the guys been able to see their families, getting out in the sun a little bit, really made it feel like we got a reset. So I would say this feels like game 2.
Any lineup changes from Anaheim?
You love that question, don't you? Jesus. We'll see.
The other day, you talked about Kevin's best fit being with Phil and Trevor. It's been a couple games now. The chances seem to be there. Does it feel like just a matter of time for that line before they get one to go?
Yeah, I think Kevin's been really dangerous. He had 3 or 4 breakaways in the last 2 games. So he's been really dangerous. You know, Phil and Morsey complement anybody. The way they play without the puck, they're tenacious. Kevin's been a product of getting loose a few times. So, yeah, I'm not worried about that line at all. They're creating quite a bit.
Phil and Trevor are important offensive players. I know they do all the other stuff too, but does putting Kevin there maybe jumpstart them a little bit offensively as well?
Yeah. I mean, you're always a line. It always takes 3 guys to create. 2 guys just can't do it. So, no, they complement those 2, but they're easy to play with as an offensive player because they loosen up a lot of pucks. So they played 3 months together last year, so they're a good line. They'll score.
How impressed are you with the blue line playing without you, Gary?
I mean, we've been up and down at different times, but it feels like now, over the last couple games, we've had a real strong group of 6 back there. I think Gavi been able to play on his right, taking a lot of minutes. I think he's probably the guy that's really stepped up. But yeah, I think the last 2 games, if you look at chances against, even the Toronto game, even though they jumped us early and they finished their chances, at even strength, they didn't have that much, and we did a pretty good job in Montreal and Anaheim that way too.
Coach, when you look at Vegas, what challenges they pose for your team?
Well, they're big and strong on the back end for sure, so it's hard to get to their net. And they play that defensive system where the D are at the net, make it tough there. So that's really the hardest as far as creating in their zone. They block a lot of shots. But then now you're talking about Eichel and Hurdle and Stone and the guys that they have up front. Power play is pretty dangerous. Just there's every team poses its own problems, whatever there are. They're a handful. I think the size is the big thing for Vegas on the back end.
You said the other night, obviously, Turk's play is kind of what leads to QB getting bumped up, but you said the other night it's what's best for the team right now.
Yeah.
Is there a timeline on trying to move Q back to the center, or is it just going to kind of go with the flow?
Yeah, no timeline on that at all, and we don't know when it'll be. I said he would at some point. That might be for a game, a period, 3 games. I don't know. I just know I'm really comfortable with him in the middle, and he's a centerman. He can play center. So we'll just see. It's nice to have the option for him to go back in when we need it.
Do you have an idea of like what an indicator would be to move him back, even if it's for a shift?
Oh, no, I don't. No. There's just nothing on there. Just know I wanted to make sure that everybody knew that he's a centerman. I'm comfortable with him at center, and he's willing to play the wing. He's done that before, but in the end, he'll be a centerman.
Jim, why are you so willing to change? You're pretty open to making changes, numerous changes. Why are you so comfortable doing that? Like when Todd was here, he didn't really change much with respect to lines and defense.
Well, I think not everybody's at their best every game. I think you have your plans that you put together in the summer, and then when they all come together, if it's not working or not working the way you thought it was, I think you have to be flexible. And things can change again quickly, as you know. But sometimes guys are having a better game, a better week. There's different things that are going on. Guys can be banged up. We just want to try to get the guys together who seemingly can have the most chemistry at that time.